Good morning, student. Welcome to fifth semester, and as well as says welcome to new era in teaching field, like online teaching. I hope you are all fine at your home, and we will start a new generation teaching known as a video teaching, or like can say online teaching. And you are now in fifth semester, so I think and I hope you are some of a responsibility take to ourselves to learn from the video and search so many things through the internet which are have any doubt regarding any of the subject. If any topic it should be not understand by yourself through these video lectures or in video teaching. So I think now you are mature people, so all the people, I hope you are going through this videos teaching era is really required to learn how we take some patience about all the topics which are covered in this video, and try to understand that all the things which should be covered in classroom, the same thing should not happen. I know very well, but we all try together and did this happen at the end of the result. So I think now we will start with the basic introduction about this subject lectures, and through this I will cover all the things which we are learned through this semester with a theoretical concept as well as a practical concept which we are discussing in this particular subject. Before anything we will discuss about this subject, a subject name is also interested now in this era in a video teaching, or we can say a online teaching, because a cyber security it is also a part of a online concept. So it is a really interesting thing which we are discussing all the semester through these video lectures. Everything it should be really good, and we learn so many new things. I know you are so many aware about the security, cyber security, some of the attacks and all the things which are really good for us, but we are study so many practical concept, we learn so many tools, as well as we are understand how the different attacks and there are the different laws. So I think and I hope I will try my best to explain each and every topic which are covered and which are defined by the GTU is in this particular subject. So guys, we will start with the fresh semester with a beautiful subject known as a cyber security. As you're on screen now, so subject name is mentioned, and I will just focus on a subject code as well, as because if you are not aware about your subject code, then it is one of the questions should be asked on external examinations, a subject code when you are nothing about anything a cyber security. So you must be remember the subject code. It is a 3150714. As a previously all the student it should be take only a practical concept. So there are no exam for a cyber security subject, and there are 3 credits. But as per the updated syllabus, and I really appreciate the GTU because it is a really beautiful and required subject which you need to know in a current environment, current market and current global. So there are the 4 credits in this particular subject, and as I will mention, a theory mark will be divided in 70 and 30. I think you know very well how we will be taking exam with this 70 plus 30 criteria. And this practical concept there are 30 and 20. So 30 and 20 it should be a practical concept from external as well as internal. So marking concept it should be a 150 mark subject, and credit is 4. I will just revise the first thing. Subject name is cyber security, subject code is 3150714, and there are 4 credit. Theoretical mark concept it should be a 70 plus 30, and practical mark it should be 30 to 20. So it should be total 150 mark subject. So first of all I will introduce myself. Before I will start a subject of cyber security, I will introduce myself. My name is Professor Dhaval R. Chandarana, and I am working as an assistant professor in Department of Information Technology. I think you all know about my personal information. I have experience in developing as well as in teaching from the last 5-6 years as in teaching part and 2 years of developing. Date of birth it is not required, but I will just mention. Contact, I will just mention the contact number, because if you have any doubt during the video lectures, you can free to ask me on my personal WhatsApp number on a regular time on 10:30 to 5:30. So I will give you my best to solve out all the doubts if you have any created during the video lectures. And if you have doubt regarding anything and you are not sharing with a personal number, then you can also share in an email address. So I will also mention my email address. Now we'll see what are the subject plan as per the current situations. I hope you are getting your timetable, and as per the timetable there are the 4 lecture in a week, and we are covering total number of 5 unit as per the GTU syllabus. So we are meeting at online on the 4 time within a week, and we are covering all the syllabus as much as possible throughout the video lectures. I think I will give you all the materials regarding PDF files, PPTs, video lectures and all the thing, but as per the GTU syllabus there are the 3 books. First one is Cyber Security, Understanding the Cyber Crimes, Computer Forensics and Legal Perspective by the Nina Goodbole and Sunit Belpure, publications of Wiley. It is mentioned in a GTU syllabus. Second book, A Cyber Security and Cyber Laws, paperback, it is 2018 by Alfred Bastas, Nadian Bastas, Mary Brown, Ravindra Kumar, publications Kenjej. And the third book, 3 Anti-Hackers Toolkit, Indian editions by Mike Schema, publication McGraw-Hill. It is the reference book as well as a textbook. If you want to refer more details about any concept which should be mentioned in a GTU syllabus, then you are go through this book. The most important thing, it is attendance. How we take attendance, because a lecture should be covered on online basis. So student, you must remember the thing which we are explained in this particular slide. All students must be join the Google Classroom for the subject related material and daily attendance, because everything should be posted on this particular classroom. And I will also send one mail to join a particular classroom of cyber security classroom. There are some code is required, so I will just mention the Google Classroom code. Please, if you are not joined till now, then please join this Google Classroom code. What is the requirement to join the particular classroom? Because as per the given timetable, after video lectures we arrange test, means as per your time I will mention 30 minutes time for the assessment and attendance. So for every lectures we will discuss some of the points through the video lecture, and based on the video lecture I will conduct one MCQ test. Based on test after video, so every need to be participate and submit the test. As per the submissions of test we will take a attendance. So test will be mandatory to presentations, as well as present and absent should be count on based on a submission of your test. So you must be join the Google Classroom first, and then see as per the given timetable you must watch all the videos, and after the videos we have conducted one test. Based on the test attendance will be taken, so it is mandatory to all to attempt the test, because if you are submit the test then the particular lecture should be counted as a present, otherwise it should be absent. Now we will discuss a syllabus. Before we will start with the syllabus, I will just mention the unit number, total hours to complete particular unit, and total weightage which should be mentioned by the GTU. So in first unit, if we are covering a first unit, there are the weightage is 25%. Before your start of any of the cyber security topics, the first unit is a basic introductions. But in nowadays, a cyber security require a practical concept as GTU's requirement. So there are the mention all the tools which are covered in for a cyber security. So in unit number 1, we will discuss system vulnerability scanning overuse of vulnerability scanning, open port and service identifications, banner and version checks, traffic problems, vulnerability props, vulnerability example, open value added services and metaploits. It is also part of practical as well as a theoretical concept. So whenever we require a theoretical concept, we will go with the video lectures. Whenever we require to explain a practical concept, I will conduct a live lecture. Through this live lecture, we will cover some practical concept. So I will explain all the things which should be covering a GTU syllabus. Network vulnerability scanning like netcache, socket, understanding port and services tool like data pipes, F-pipe, wind relay, network recognition like Nmap, THC Nmap and system tool. It is one of the different tools for the vulnerability scanning which we cover in a unit number 1. And the third thing, network snipers and injections tools like TC-dump, WinDump, WinShark, EarthCap and HPing Kismet. So there are the lots of tools which we are covering in unit number 1 for the practical concept as well as a theoretical concept. Because guys, you have one exam. At the end of the exam, there are the 70 marks paper of cyber security subject. You are the only student to conduct a theoretical concept of a cyber security first time. So it is one of the advantage as well as one of the disadvantage, because we never know that what kind of question should be asked in an exam, an GTU exam. So we will try to our best to attempt all the examination as well as we cover all the topics through the video lecture as well as a practical session. In unit number 2, there are the total 6 hours required. For that, they are taking a 25% of weightage. So guys, if you are covering first 2 units, then your 50% should be covered as per the GTU syllabus. In unit number 2, we are covering a network defense tools, firewall and packet filters. In a firewall, we understand the basic concept of firewall, packet filter versus firewall, packet characteristics of filters, stateless versus stateful firewall, network address translation and the port forwarding. And the last, we discuss some important tools known as a SNOT. It is introductions to detect the system, how we detect a particular system through the IP address, protocol and port base. So guys, in unit number 2, we are mainly focused on 2 things, firewall and packet filterings, with help of so many different points like network address translation, port forwarding and all the things. In unit number 3, there are the 6 hours will be conducted. For this, we taking a 25% weightage. So after completion of 3rd unit, we are completed a 75% of syllabus. So please watch all the video which is posted on Google Classroom. In unit number 3, we will discuss web application tool, scanning for the web vulnerability tools. Web vulnerability means there are some mistakes should be entreated by the end users, by the servers and by the developers. So it is known as a vulnerability. For this, we are using Nikto, W3AF, HTTP utilities, curl, OpenSSL and Sternal. Application inspect tools like Zend Attack Proxy and SQL Map. Through this all the tools, we identified the website vulnerability. Means if some hacker hacked to our sites, or we can say if some hacker access our personal computer through the any kind of websites, we can identify through this particular tool and we can deny all the requests, all the data should be covered from the unauthorized access. After DVWA, it is DEM vulnerability web app. It is one of the most important tool to verifying a vulnerability of a particular websites. WebGot, password cracking and brute force tools. I think you know aware about a brute force. Brute force is nothing but they generate as much as possible request to identify a particular matching case. Like if your password in 2 characters, they check all the possibility aware about 2 different characters. It is known as a brute force tools. Chon and Reaper, it is one of the tools. They can verify a password or they can identify the passwords based on your given key. Allo Hackers, PW Dumps and HTC Hydra. It is also a practical session. For this we can create one of the live session to study individually tool. So whenever we require some practical concept to be explained, at that time we are covering a practical session. As per the syllabus, the unit number 1 and unit number 2, it is a practical concept. So for this we are creating a live session. For rest of unit number 2, unit number 4 and unit number 5, it is a theoretical concept. So we are covering as per the videos lecture. In unit number 4, there are the total 3 hours and weighted should be 10%. But it is one of the most important unit for the theoretical exam point of view. Introduction to cybercrime and law of cybercrime. It is a compulsory to know about when we are studying a cyber security. Because what are the different crimes should be happen in cyber security? And if some crime should be happen, and that what kind of law should be available for the Indian institutions. So we need to know about a cyber crime as well as cyber law of cybercrime. Types of cybercrimes we will study in a different types of cybercrime. Then hacking, attack vectors, cyber press and criminal behaviors, classification of term which are covering all the cyber security as well as the cybercrime. Traditional problem associated with the computer crimes means what are the different problems it should be happen through the cyber security, as well as what are the different attacks should be come throughout the internet on a computer. So it is a traditional problem associated with the computer crimes. Introduction to incident response, digital forensics, reliance of cyber world, recognition and defining the computer crimes means identifications of computer crimes and how we can define this is known as a computer crimes. Because if some crime should be happen on our personal computer, if we don't know about what is the cyber crime and what is the computer crime, then we can't identify it is known as a computer crime. So it is the first responsibility that we just focus what are the different crime is happening in real world. Then contemporary crimes, containments and destructions of data, and the last and most important thing which we are study or which we are focus in this particular subject is Indian IT Act 2000. Because if you know, if you aware about the IT Acts, then the attacks or the cyber crime it should be a reduce. And the last unit, there are requirement of total 5 hours and weighted should be a 15%. It is also important concept. Introduction to cyber crime investigation means first we discuss some introductory part of cyber crime, then we are discussing crime investigation, how they are investigate a particular crime which are aware, which are faced on cyber crime. Because if some crime should be happen in a physical case, then we have lots of clue. But if some crime should be happen through the internet, through the computer and through the electronic device, so investigation is really complex thing. We find all the things which should be happen in the past based on all the activities, based on all the communications, based on the data damage. We investigate some of the things, and based on investigation we reach some particular goal to a cyber crime. So for this we are identify keyloggers and spyware, because if we know that what are the different case which hacker should be performed for the hacking, so first we learn what are the different cases like a keyloggers, how they are using a keyloggers, how they are using a spyware. If hackers should be take some hacking through these keyloggers and spywares, and how we can deny these particular two things. So first we learn what are the different cases. Then viruses and worms. I think you know brief about what is virus and what is worm, but we are discussing in depth what are the different types, how we create a viruses, how we deny the particular viruses, what is the difference between virus and worms, and how we protect our particular personal informations as well as our computer as well as our network through these viruses and worm. Then Trojan or backdoor, it is one of the kind of viruses, but it is the different case to study in a depth, because it is the actual thing nowadays we will require to protect our personal data, because nowadays 70% of data should be in a soft form. So every soft form data may be risky through this particular all the thing, viruses, worms, Trojanors and backdoors. Steganography, one of the interesting topic as per my point of view, it is a steganography. Because if you know what is a steganography, how it should be implemented and how we will study a steganography to a practical concept, then it is the really good for the security data. Then DOS and DDoS attack, distributed operating system, denial of services, distributed of denial of services attack is just created traffic on internet. So if some traffic should be generated, then how we can deny this particular unwanted requested? It is known as a DDoS. Then SQL injections. Everyone will try one time, because if you know your friend's username, then you try your password and access a private profile like Instagram, Facebook and all the things. So it is a structured query language with some specific formulas, with some specific trick and with some combinations of symbols. The SQL injection should be happen. Then buffer overflow, it should be overflow of cache memory. So if some hacker can access your cache memory and they are providing lots of requests on this particular memory, so system should be hanged, and through this particular time hacker can easily access your data. So it is one of the case. Attack on wireless network, it is a most understanding thing, because we are accessing a free Wi-Fi in all over world. So whenever we are on a free wireless network, we require to secure our mobile phone, our electronic gadgets through this particular attacks. So guys, there are the 5 different units through which we are covering a cyber security subject, and I will just guide you what are the different videos lecture we are putting on this Google Classroom. You just go through this. If you have faced any doubt, please contact through my number as well as through my email address. But I will just give you one thing. It is a really interesting topic. If you are taking some advantage through this, it is better for you. If you are studying for only the study purpose, then it is a waste of time, because it is the really required or practical concept nowadays. Now we study, or now we see the actual concept about cyber security through this one video. It is a really important video to see what is a cyber security. So I will just give you a 5 to 6 minute video. Just see what is a cyber security. Guys, you just see this video, because it is really good concept to study what is a cyber security.
Would you be comfortable living in a house that someone else had the key to? What if an underground tunnel led into it from a public park, where its windows could never quite close all the way? Would you trust it with your safety and your privacy? The internet is that house. This is not to say never go into the house, but rather you should know the hazards before you store all of your valuables there, and do what you can to protect them. So why is it insecure, and why can't we just fortify it until it's safe? Well, first of all, the internet was not originally built to be what it is today. It's like someone decided to expand a shoebox into a skyscraper. The internet originally developed when computers were huge and so expensive to own that only universities, big businesses, and a few governments had them. The point, originally, was to let these massive supercomputers talk to each other. And as soon as 2 computers could send information back and forth, we had a network. The network gradually grew until personal computers emerged in the 1980s, and then it exploded. Soon, people were not just talking to each other, but also exchanging money, playing games, reading news, shopping, and doing everything we associate with the internet today. Other devices started talking to the network too. Phones and cars and refrigerators and elevators and power plants and much, much more. But the ease of all those devices talking to each other came at a price: security. One computer could send another instructions to delete everything on it or take it over. We call these viruses and malware. Or one person could steal another's identity by guessing, cracking, or extracting a password. Vulnerabilities such as these will never completely go away because they're built into the internet's very architecture. Criminals use them to steal billions of dollars, governments use them for surveillance, and hacktivists use them to further their political goals. Between 2004 and 2013, over 1 billion records of personal information were stolen or leaked through data breaches of major organizations. As a thought experiment, let's imagine what a perfectly secure internet might look like. Users would not be allowed to download or install anything onto their computers. All internet traffic would be monitored and regulated by bots and humans, massively limiting the number of websites you could visit. In order to log on to a website, you'd have to type in a 100-character password, submit a genetic sample, and whistle a tune. The servers that hold data would be kept in heavily armed fortresses on the moon. And even with all these safeguards in place, some clever hacker would almost certainly still find a way in. The good news is, even with our flawed internet, there are simple things you can do to protect yourself. And there are a lot of people committed to making the internet more secure. In Nova's cybersecurity lab, you'll play as one of these people, protecting a company that's the target of increasingly sophisticated cyber attacks. You must continuously strengthen your defenses to thwart these attackers. You'll do this by completing challenges that will give you basic coding abilities, help you spot scams designed to trick you into giving up your secrets, and teach you how passwords are cracked and strengthened. The house that is the internet may be built on a shaky foundation, but it's been a home to innovation and an unprecedented free exchange of ideas. It's up to us to make it livable in spite of its flaws.
So guys, I think you are enjoying this video, and I will put small animated videos in all the required videos lecture in between my slides. So if you are enjoying this and if you are not bored with my videos lecture, but if you are interested in this particular subject, then it is really good for you as well as for the current requirement. Now we just see last thing which are really important, which we are cover in a practical session if it should be happen in a next require someday after a lockdown, or we can say after this opening a school and college as per the regular basis. So a list of practical we will study in a laboratory. First, install the Kali Linux. If it possible, then please do this job with your own. I think it is all the video and all the software, it should be available on internet. So if you are installing this Kali Linux in your computer, if you have, then it is really good for you, as well as it is provide lots of security tools inbuilt. So it is really good to learn how to install it, and I think it should be very easy. If you try by yourself, it is really proud of me. So installing a Linux, or we can say Kali Linux, examine the utility and tools available in a Kali Linux and find out which tool is the best for finding a cyber attacks and vulnerability, because there are the lots of tools will be available on freeware, and it should be, if you are installing one time, then there are lots of tools directly by default installed on your computer, and we just find out one of the best tool based on cyber attacks as well as vulnerability. It is our first practical. Second, evaluate the network defense tool for the following, like IP spoofing, DOS attack. So we will just cover in our practical 2, we find out a best tool among IP spoofing and DOS attack. In the third experiment, explore the Nmap tool and list how it can be used for the network defense. Student, we will discuss all the tools in our unit number 1 and unit number 3, because all the tools should be part on a practical session as well as in a theoretical concept. So it is better for us to study a one time and take a advantage of double. So in all the tools we will study a theoretical concept as well as in practical concept. Fourth, explore the NCAT tool. We will just go through the basic concept about netcap, what are the different functionality, features and property which will be available for the netcap and their availability for the cyber security. 5. Use the Wireshark tool. It is one of the most interesting tool to study about the network traffic, network analysis, and I think so many students also go through this particular tool. So use the Wireshark tool and explore the packet format and content each OSI layer. OSI layer it will be studied in this semester in a computer network subject. So I think you are clear about what is OSI and how the network should be really implemented in OSI layer. We will study in this particular experiment with help of Wireshark tool. 6. Examine the SQL injection attack with help of DVWA tool. In the DVWA tool, there are the lots of tricks to access a particular website without password. If you have a username, then we accessing a particular website. If we doesn't have any username, then we access a particular database, particular table and particular column, and we directly getting all the data through this particular DVWA tool. Perform the SQL injection with the SQL map on a vulnerability website found using a Google Docs. Means using with the Google Docs, we just go with the SQL map which we provide a list of vulnerability websites through which we can access without any kind of authentications. 8. Examining software keyloggers and hardware keyloggers, because in a keylogger there are the two sections or two different types, software keyloggers and hardware keyloggers. In a software keyloggers, we are accessing a key which are typed to the end users and identify the username, password and all the activity should be performed on a personal computer. Same thing in a hardware keylogger, it is one of the USB stick to record all the keystroke of a particular system. In practical 9, perform the online attacks and offline attacks of a password cracking. Guys, we are performing all the practicals, but we are not misuse these particular practicals, because if I will study, if I will guide you to how to hack this, how to crack this, how to perform this particular practical, but don't do this any misuse of this particular technology, particular information and particular guidance, because it is really harmful in a nowadays. In this particular situation, it is really harmful. So please be focused. We are just studying because of study purpose. We are never misuse this any kind of practical aspects. And the last, consider a case study of cybercrime where the attack has performed online credit card fraud. Prepare a report and also list the law that will be implemented on attackers. As per the previous last unit, we are studying Indian IT Act 2000 and what are the different online credit card, shopping, debit cards, recharge, shipping, phishing, all the things should be happen on online crimes. We will study and prepare one report. So there are the 10 experiments which we are studying in this particular subject known as a cyber security. So I think now it's enough for today's and enough for the first lectures. If I will go through the more details, then you are bored. So guys, I will start with the introduction about the subject and I hope you are enjoying these particular videos. After this video, I will just mention the one last thing. We will start our cybersecurity subject through the unit number 2, because now first we study a theoretical concept through the video lecture. If any situation it should be easy for us, then we are starting with the unit number 1 and unit number 3 with all the practical concept. So before a college will be regularly start, we will cover all the theoretical concept. I will just revise second time, third time. If you have doubt regarding any of the things which you are performing in videos lecture, please contact on personal number as well as email address. If you are clearing your doubt, then and then a next video lecture is better for you as well as better for me. And the last thing, I will just remind you, attendance is compulsory for all of you. And how we take attendance? After all the video lectures, on a daily basis, we taking one test and based on test, we taking attendance. So guys, bye bye for today's video lecture. We will stop for the basic introduction. Now onwards we will start with the unit number 2, is known as a network defense tool known as a packet filter as well as firewall. So thank you guys, thank you so much.